webinar, guys. I see Brian, Bruce, Francie, Ignacio, Kish, Leo, Nicholas, Munish, Singh, Sabrina, Shivani, Srija, Stephanie. Where are you guys joining in from? That's the question I have for you right now. Because I'm joining in from Bangalore, India. Today we have a really special guest with us, and who's going to be there, talk to us about a lot of interesting things. And I want to know, where are you joining in from? Type it in the comment section down below, and let's see where you guys joining in from. We're going to start this webinar in another 2 minutes because we are just letting everyone join in before we begin. So I hope you can access the chat, guys. If not, let me help you guys access the chat. Perfect. Panelists can access the chat. That's awesome. So Trevor is from UK, Kish is from Australia, Erwin is from South Africa. All right. Joining from the Netherlands, South Africa, US, Finland. Looks like the whole world is here. Awesome. That's so good to see you here. First of all, I would like to say thank you for joining in on a Saturday. It shows me that you're committed to take your business further and learn. And that's what makes me excited to be here. And our guest for today is Uttam Gupta. He is the founding member of a Bengaluru-based startup called Growth School that helps people, as you guess it, grow in their careers. So today we're going to talk about a really interesting topic, that is social media growth hacking. And we couldn't have a better guest than Uttam to be here with us. Uttam, I welcome you to the webinar.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Minank. And I see people from all over the world. That's so nice and exciting. Like people tuning on a Saturday evening to learn. Like that's amazing. You could have been anywhere in the world doing anything, watching Netflix and playing outdoor, going to party, but you chose to be here, right? That's really sweet, and I'm grateful. And I'll make sure that your next 60 minutes are worth it, and you are going to walk away with not just some random gyan, but practical insights that right after the session you can apply for your content creation, for your social media, for your business growth, right? So really excited and looking forward. And I see more than 70 people live on LinkedIn as well, on my LinkedIn, and I see 50 plus people here. So looking forward.
Awesome. That's a good number to get started with. And guys, if you stay till the end of this webinar, we have an amazing surprise for you. Yes, who loves surprises? Type in yes in the chat box down below. And that's only going to be there for the people who stay till the end of this session. So a couple of ground rules before Uttam gets started. So if you have any questions during this presentation, you can just ask it in the Q&A section, because chat section is hard to find. The questions are hard to find in the chat section. So ask your questions in the Q&A section during this presentation, and we will answer those questions at the end of this session. And if you stay till the end, we already told you about the surprise, but you gotta have to stay till the end for that. And without any questions, let's begin this webinar. So Uttam, all over to you. You can just start sharing your screen and tell us what you have in store for us today.
Awesome. As I said, I'm super excited, but before I start, I want to warm up and get more energized. And the only way I get energy is from all of you. So drop boom in the chat if you are excited for next 60 minutes. Drop boom for everyone who's excited to learn. I want to see more than 100 booms, because there are more than 100 people combining.
I'm going to be typing boom 5 or 6 times. Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. Awesome. Love the energy, guys. Love the energy. Keep it coming. I like to keep the sessions energetic and two ways. And the only way for me to engage is through chat. So keep typing. If you are liking something, drop a boom. If you have any feedback, if you have a thought that this is exciting, drop in the comments. I will be looking at it, and I would love to keep this conversational and keep it going. All right.
Yes.
I hope this is clear.
Absolutely.
With that being said, thank you so much. And with that being said, love the energy, guys. And with that being said, let me share my screen and get started. Right?
Awesome. And guys, there will be a recording for sure for this session. So if you're gonna miss the session by any means, I totally get it. It's weekend, but if with the recording, you won't be able to go get the surprise in the end. That's what the catch for today is. And we also have Shrutika from Team Right Sonic here with us, and she'll be helping us moderate the session. And she is a content marketer at Right Sonic. You guys already know Shrutika, and it's going to be like a three-way conversation that we're going to have today. So really excited for this, Uttam. Let's begin.
All right, awesome. Let's get it started. And folks, let me just share my screen and then speak.
Perfect. We can see your screen.
Awesome. I hope you are able to hear me, see me properly, and also see my screen. All good, all set. Awesome. So today we are going to talk about social media growth hacking, and we are going to cover a lot of things which I'm going to tell. But just one thing is that the momentum of this session is going to increase, right? So in the beginning, if you think like this is basic, if you think like I wanted to learn something else, just stay till then. There's a lot of practical insight that is packed till then. So stay till then. And second thing, don't just listen me, right? If you can take notes, right? That's how we used to learn in class, right? You won't remember everything, you listen. So actually study and take notes. If that is not possible, take screenshots, right? So let's do that way. And I see, all right, I see almost 140 people. That's a great number. Let's get it started, all right? Now, what we are going to cover today, right? We'll understand social media the new way. We'll move away from all the definitions and learnings we had about social media behind, and we'll learn what is the new social media, right? And then second thing we'll learn is data-driven content idea generation, right? We'll not generate ideas in a random way. We'll go data-driven, right? I'll show a lot of things in a live, right, demo format. So that is how we are going to do. Third is, once you get the ideas, how do you scale content creation? How using AI, using tech, right? When you have resources in hand, how do you use them, right? That's important. Then we are going to understand how do you build social media for long term and which has business impact, right? A lot of time people do social media just by putting content, and then they have to explain the team about about its ROI and how it is making sense to invest and do all of that. Right? We are going to get to that. Next, I'm going to share a few personal growth hack and campaigns that I've done and what you can learn from it, right? And then in the end, I'm going to share a step-by-step process and a checklist to growth hack social media in 2023. Sounds exciting? If this sounds exciting, drop exciting in the chat. Drop exciting.
Definitely exciting for me as well. And
I'm continuously looking at the chat. So folks, drop exciting in the chat. Now, what we are not going to cover today, we are not going to cover to make a social media strategy. We are not going to cover how to make a content calendar, right? The reason is you can go and watch YouTube videos to do that. Instead, I would like to give you practical insights, give you a different approach, new approach, process, and mindset to take social media, right? So what you can learn already, what's already out there, I'm not going to cover that. So yeah, just putting it out there, setting clear expectation. All right. So can I take a minute to introduce myself? Some of you might know who are coming from my LinkedIn audience. Some of you might not know. So can I take a minute to introduce myself? If you say yes, then I will, or else I will directly jump to the content. If you give me permission to introduce myself. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You are a lovely audience. You guys are so sweet. All right. So formally, hi guys. I'm Uttam Gupta. I'm the first founding member of Grow School. Grow School is a tech startup, which is a $20 million startup. And we recently, an year back, raised $5 million in seed round. And we are backed by Sequoia Capital, All Ventures, some of the top VC funds and angel investors. We are having 80 plus angel investors like Kunal Shah, Ritesh Agarwal, and Justin Callback, who is an investor, initial investor at Uber, SpaceX, and such names, 80 such people. right? And I'm a growth marketer by profession. Social media is not the only thing that I do. It's more holistic. I handle viral marketing and influencer marketing, but social media is something that I'm really passionate about because I'm myself a content creator. I have over 55,000 social media followers. Recently, my LinkedIn post, if you go to my profile, went super viral and crossed like 1 million views. So little bit of boosting about myself, but just wanted to show that I know a thing or two to talk about today, right? And yeah, I'm born and brought up in Lucknow, India, and then graduated from one of the country's India's best finance college. And now I'm talking about marketing. That's weird, right? And interestingly, I wanted to become a chartered accountant early on in my career, and I quit that idea. But then during the college days, I was completely lost, clueless, didn't know what to do in life because all my life I thought I'll go into finance. Then I decided, no, I can do finance, but that's boring job. I don't find it interesting. I would not want to do it for the next 10 years of my life. Then what I do, I tried out multiple things under the sun. I tried out multiple skills, meeting different people to understand what I can do with my life. Do you recognize the person on the screen on the left? Do you recognize the person on the left? Do you know him?
My favorite, Jay Shetty. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Jay Shetty,
Jay
I love
Shetty, he
listening to
is
his podcast and
like
everything.
a
Yeah.
humongous social media influencer and content creator, has over 30 million followers and billions of views. He's huge. I met him. Then on the right side, I even met and spoke to monks. Monks are my friends. So during that phase of exploration, I did multiple things, tried multiple things, met multiple people to understand what I can do in my life. And that was super interesting time. And then life took a turn, and I met Vaibhav Sisanti, who is pretty recognized in the marketing space. He has 4 lakh followers on LinkedIn and pretty huge guy. And I started building Grow School from 0 to 1. And right now, I told where we are at Grow School. We have taught more than 350,000 learners, and it has been an interesting journey. And some of the cool people I have worked with is Rashamani, who is like some of the biggest creators and entrepreneurs in the country. As you can see in the screen, some of you will be able to recognize, some of you won't, but like this is what I have done, right? So that was about me. That was about me. I hope now you have a little more confidence that I can talk something, right, for the next 60 minutes.
100%, 100%. Drop a boom. Yeah, that's nice.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. I love
Let's
that.
start now. Let's
Absolutely.
start now. Drop boom again. Drop boom again.
And
I'm gonna
throughout the
say
presentation, please ask your questions, guys, in the Q&A section. We are happy to answer that. Shrutika, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna say here, boom. I'm super excited to, know what we have ahead in this webinar because I actually manage the social media, Rightsonic, and I'm so looking forward to get tips, tricks, and hacks from Uttam because I have been following him on LinkedIn as well, and this is going to be super exciting, guys. So please stay on till the last.
100%.
All right, that was sweet. Thank you. Now, starting with what social media is not just about. Usually, people think social media is about just putting content consistently. Let's create content and let's keep pushing, and the platform will reward us. No, it's not. It's a proper channel which requires proper strategy, and not just a strategy, experimentation, like a performance marketing channel, right? And a lot of interaction, a lot of iteration for success, right? And that is what we are going to discuss today. Let's get it clear. Let's get our facts clear. Let's forget all the myths that it is not just about getting followers and likes and comments, right? Right? It's about other channel. I said it should drive business impact. It should add value. It should contribute to brand building, and not just brand building. It should overall reduce the cost per acquisition in the long term, right? How it will do, we'll talk about that. Social media should also help you to acquire customers and open new audiences, right? When all of these 3 things happen, then it becomes a powerful channel. Then it becomes a powerful channel for you to talk to your manager and your founder to explain that we should invest time, money, and energy to it, right? So that is important. Now let's come to 2023, right? And see, how do we change social media? How do we change the perception and about social media? How do we change the things we do on social media, right? So old approach was, as I said, focus on likes, followers, comments, and just continuously to post. But new approach is that be data driven in content creation. Combine social media marketing and performance marketing, which is paid marketing, together to put things on steroids. Third thing is you have to continuously focus on rapid experimentation for growth. Fourth is you have to be ROI focused in your approach, right? This is the new approach. This is what we are going to learn today. So let's dive each of these things of new approaches deeply, right? So type hell yeah if you are into to understand all four things, right? Type hell yeah, right?
So,
Type
Uttam, one
hell.
more thing here. One more thing here. Before going forward with the new approach, I would like to ask you, why are we following this new approach? Because what I have been seeing in my, entire life or on social media, it's people just giving advice like, be consistent, keep posting, likes, comments, views, everything matter. Right. So what and why are we going from that approach to a data driven approach? Why I'm particularly looking for that particular answer.
Yes, the reason is when you just continuously post, there are two parts to your question. One is
Yeah.
you were hearing that you should just continuously post. Everyone is doing that. Everyone is doing that. You are not using your brain. You are thinking, let's just be consistent. That does not
Okay.
give result, right? If doing only that would give result, everyone would have been a social media marketer. Everyone would have like huge followers, likes, and comments and everything. So that approach does not work. This approach works, and this does two things. This also gives you followers and traction and likes, everything that you are already chasing, that it gives you that as well. But it also gives you business impact, which is revenue, lowering the customer acquisition cost, and all of those things. So the new approach gives you both the things, business impact as well as content and follower growth, the metrics you were chasing, as opposed to the old approach, which does not leads you anywhere.
Okay, so it's more like a strategized approach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So at the end, it is more ROI focused. That your efforts, whatever efforts you are putting, should lead to something. Right?
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
that you wake up and you post, and it should add some value to the business, to the brand, and things like that. Hope it makes
Sounds good.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first thing, let's get to the first things, which is data driven content ideation and creation, right? It's a growth hack. How do you do? I'll show you a live demonstration as well. So before content ideation, I directly jump to content ideation. Before content ideation, it is also important to pick up topics. Obviously, you will have to make content strategy, as I said. Define your target audience, find your niche, identify your content pillars, right? Those things you can do. You can watch few videos and get clarity on that. It is also important. You should not miss these steps. Like that foundation is important, like that direction is important where you are heading. But I'm going to speak about like content ideation. Now, how many of you know this person? Like people who are in India might know, people who are abroad might not know, but who don't know, he's huge in India. He has over 2 million followers on YouTube. He has over 2 million followers on Instagram, 1.5 million on LinkedIn, and 500K on Twitter. Like that's humongous omni-channel presence, and all of that he has been able to do in last 2-3 years, right?
Wow.
That's the crazy part, right? So how many of you know? Let me see the chat. A lot of you know, right? Ankur Warukoo is his name. Now, how many of you are curious and want to know and want to see what did Ankur created in last 2-3 years to reach like 2 million, like actually 4 million, 5 million plus people in such a short span? How many of you would like to know and see it actually?
I would
Me,
definitely.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Because while you were, I didn't know that Ankur Warikoo was going to come up. I was actually reading his book, Do Epic Shit. And it was like, okay, now it's like Ankur Warikoo come up. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I am looking at the chat. How many of you want to see live what did he created in last 2 years to get those results? Type yes, me in the chat. ME. Type me in the chat. I'm also looking at the LinkedIn comments. A lot of me's. Interesting, amazing. All right, let me now get to another screen and show you actually how we can get to know. And you can apply the same process to get to know about any huge creator. I showed you the picture of Jay Shetty, you can get to know what did he create to go viral, right? There are few tools that I'm going to use and show. So like be attentive, right? And take a note if necessary, right? So the tool that we are going to use is called Phantom Buster. The tool we are going to use it is called Phantom Buster, right? It's a super powerful tool, right? I will be little slow to show because it's difficult to follow and understand. So the name of the tool is Phantom Buster. How do you use it? It is powerful in setting up automations, scraping, and outreach, and setting up flows, getting data, emails, all of those things it helps in, right? So we are going to use it to scrape data and do it, and that too in a safe manner, that too in a legal manner. We are not doing anything legal, so like you can be relaxed, right? So what to do? Like it has a paid account, but in the free account it gives you 10 minutes a day, which is like enough for you to try out and experiment to get the idea, right? There are multiple automations, but let's go to Instagram, and we the Phantom, the automation that we are going to use is called profile post extractor, right? You click on use this Phantom. So I've already used it, so I'll go to dashboard. So I'm already using this Phantom. Let me just start from scratch, right? So that you don't feel lost. I've deleted it. I'll go here. Use this Phantom. Then it will ask me to connect to Instagram, right? You just need to install a Chrome extension of Phantom Buster and click on connect to Instagram, and it will automatically fetch the cookie, right? Session cookie. Click on save. It's very simple, straightforward. Then it is asking you your profile URLs. These are the profiles you want to research on, you want to get the data about, right? So let me copy the profile link of Ankur Warikoo, right? If you have multiple links, like you have Ankur Warikoo, Jay Shetty, right? And such creators, you can have a sheet, Google Sheet, and put the sheet link here, right? But I'll just put one profile link directly here. I'll go to next. It is asking me the number of posts I want to extract, right? That guy has created more than 2000 posts. If I leave it blank, it will extract all 2000 posts, right? So for now, just to show, I'll put 10 posts right now. Click on save. Leave this settings. I'm going to do it manually. If you are, scraping any other thing, you can put a repeated process that in every 2 hours it will do that. Why it is important? Because you should not do these automations like exceeding the limit. Your account will get banned. So that is a caution. Be very cautious of how you are doing. Do in a way that is human, right? When any platform feels you are doing something which is not possible by human, like visiting 1000 profiles in 2 minutes, not possible by a human, you will get banned. So the speed is important. That's why, like, if you want to scrape 2000 posts, do it in like batches, like 100 posts an hour and such things. So yeah, I'll right now just scrape 10 posts, and I'll come here. I'll just put click on launch. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, I have already so it is done. Since it was it's happening, running 0%, authentication is successful. I've already extracted the post for you to show. All right, it's also done, 10 posts. So it will give you a sheet. See, in the activity, you can see for the 10 posts, it has extracted the comments, like, post date, and like many such data of the profile and the post, right? You can click on download results. It will like give you the sheet, and then you can put on Google Sheet. I've already done it, right? I was just looking at the chat. So this is how here I have extracted like all the posts, right? Now what you will do, now you have to come on, this is data driven idea generation, right? You will have to come on filter, right? Say I just want to know the videos, I'll select videos. Then I will, sort it by I'll sort it by, more views to less views, right? Ascending, descending order, so that you can get like top 50 most viewed and viral posts, right? So now you have got the posts that have worked for Ankur, which have got millions and millions of views, right? Now, folks, this is not copying. Let me just stop my screen share and read some chat. Did you get that process?
100%. So let's look at the chat. And Shivani says how to connect Instagram to Phantom Buster. I think
Yeah.
there's no connection, right? Just pasting the link.
Yes. So just have your Instagram account connected on your desktop, right? Keep it connected. Don't use your main account. You can have a different account for scraping, so that your main account does not get affected in any way, right? Just to be on the safer side.
That's a great tip. That's actually a great tip. Yeah.
Yeah, and have a Chrome extension. Like, you will be asked when you go to the Phantom Buster, it will ask you to like have install the Chrome extension, install that, and then when you will click on connect to Instagram, it will automatically fetch the cookie. You won't have to go and copy paste the cookie, find it and paste it. So just install the Chrome extension, have your Instagram account logged in, and it will fetch the session cookie.
Absolutely. But the key, as Chaitanya in the chat was saying, is to use it like a human and not use it to scrape thousands of posts at once, because Instagram will obviously detect that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Don't do something which is not humanly possible.
Absolutely.
Right? I showed you this live. Right? So if you want to take the screenshot of the process is step 1, find 5 to 10 inspiring high growth accounts in your niche, right? No random accounts. Step 2 is go to Phantom Buster. Don't use your main account to do this. Step 3, use the Phantom of scrape all posts. Profile post scraper, it is called. 4th step is filter and sort that data by views, right? And then step 5 is pick top 25-50 ideas. Do this for 10 accounts and you have 250-500 viral ideas, right? You are done for the year.
So Uttam, one more doubt I have here. So basically what we see is what we are doing here is seeing what have gone viral or what has worked for others, and then trying to replicate that or involve that into our strategy. But will something that has worked for some person, will that work for us as well?
See, it does not guarantee that it will work the similar way, but it increases the probability.
Okay.
Yes, right. Okay. So what I speak, you can also speak, but since I have already a base of 50,000, it might get more views and more reach than anyone else. And there is a very recent example. So my recent LinkedIn post went viral with 1 million views and 6,000 likes. So that topic was proven. Like, people were appreciating the content piece, right? And one guy, what he did was he just copy pasted and posted it, right? Oh. And he had a small account, not active account, and he still got more than 300 or 400 likes and multiple comments and shares. And I commented that you should have just reshared. That is for a reason. So it didn't get the similar amount of results, but it got the results. It still performed much better than his average post, because that topic and that idea was proven. But you don't have to do the exact same thing. He copy pasted, and I'm about to just speak about what you spoke, that it's not copying. This process is for taking inspiration. It's using data to find ideas, what people like as an audience actually liked and consume and what worked, right? You still have to write the content on those ideas on your own, right? You won't be just copy pasting and using the same script. And you will have to understand that every idea is taken. Nothing is original, right? If you have an imposter syndrome that I want to be like, Picasso and create something original, you can't. Because there's one line that I heard which stayed with me, which all the social media marketers, anyone who is creating content should remember, is that everything that was supposed to be said has already been said. Just because people were not listening, it has to be said again, right? So
ooh, that's deep.
In fact, every idea is being generated from another idea, right?
Yes. There are only certain set of conversation and ideas that can be done on a certain topic, like say marketing, right? And someone would have definitely said, you would not be the first one. Like we say for startup ideas, right? You got the idea, you must not be the first one. Someone in the part, in some part of the world would have thought about it and did something, just that you are not aware.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
take inspiration. That is important, right? Just that same ideas can be presented differently. Like I'm taking social media growth hacking session. I'm talking about something else. You can take the session on the same topic, but you will talk about something else, right? Can be
Yeah.
presented differently, right? So in a world of noise where everyone is saying the same thing, what differentiates you and your brand is the perspective you bring and the personality you have.
Awesome. Makes sense a lot.
Right now, all clear so far. Are you liking so far? Want a quick feedback? All good so far?
Yes, people seem to be loving this because I personally learned something new as well. I never thought of using these tools to actually scrape, and wow, this is proper growth hacking that you guys just witnessed.
Yeah. Now let's move. You have got 500 ideas, but who will write 500 content pieces, right?
That's
Right.
also a problem.
You have got the ideas for a year, but you will need a huge team, pay a lot of money to write on them. What if you are a startup? What you are a solopreneur? What you are a like content creator, an individual content creator, right? So to do that, we are going to use AI, data, and tech to do that, right? And staring on a blank screen like this is scary, right? It's super scary. Sit in front of your laptop, look at the Google Doc, and think, what should I write? Where should I start, right? And that just one step leads to a lot of procrastination, and you feel like, oh, let me just open YouTube and take a break because I'm not getting ideas, right? Because I don't know where to start from, right? And then even if you just force yourself to start, you'll take hours of time to research, and what it leads to is that you are not spending enough time to optimize the content. Optimization means, like as I said, there's already everything, blogs are written on topics, but that same presentation is not going to work. That same presentation is not going to engage the audience. So more time you need to spend on how to make it engaging, like the same thing. How can you speak in a very different language, with different example, with different storytelling, with different creative ideas. You need to use your creativity, mind, and human potential in the last step of optimizing the content for the platform. How you write, how you speak on Instagram will be different from how you speak and write on LinkedIn. So you need to spend more time there. And to do that, you need to save time in research, right? How do you do that? And to do that, to not commit that mistake, we are going to use Writesonic, right? Powerful tool. I use it personally, love it. What they have been able to do in such a short span, it's freakingly awesome. And I'm going to just show you how I use to write Instagram reel, LinkedIn post, and tweets, right? Ready for it? Ready for it? Do you want to see to write like 500 scripts and ideas in just few minutes?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes. The
If yes,
comments are also ready. There people on
Everyone.
LinkedIn are like, just show us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah,
nice.
yeah, right. Show me, right? If I get 50 show me, then I'll show. Or else, like I've already told you the name of the tool, you can go and explore and spend time to figure out. Show me into a 100x.
So one thing, Uttam, here is each and every tool by Writesonic, each and every social media tool that we have is also similar to what you talked about, right? We have also taken inspiration from a lot of viral posts out there. And that's why each and every piece, that Writesonic creates, any social media feature creates, it's kind of, good and unique on its own. And it's kind of, again increases the probability to go viral.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Right. So I have got a lot of show me, right? People are so smart. Someone has written 3,000, 1,000. Love this energy and engagement, guys. So the name of the tool is Writesonic. Spelling is WRITESONIC.com, right? You log in, there is a free trial as well, right? Shrutika and Meenang can like explain about that later on. You can just explore, it's pretty simple, right? Come log in and you will come to this page. I have a premium account, so I have 14,000 words. Let's see how we can write LinkedIn posts, right? Let's start with LinkedIn, right? So there are multiple things you can create using this tool, like website copy, ads, articles, blog, rewriting, rephrasing, all of those things. But right now I'm just going to focus on a specific use case, which is social media content creation, right? So for that, let's start with LinkedIn. Let's come to LinkedIn. It's taking some time.
Yes, guys, in the meantime, you guys are asking for the recording. For the last time, I'm going to say recording will be available to all of you. Give us just 24 hours because it gets uploaded on the cloud and it just comes out. Yeah, so it's going to take time, but we will have the recording for you. No worries. And for those who joined in late, I agree. People who joined in late, you will get the recording as well. No worries at all. And
yeah, so when you'll click there, you will land to this page, which will ask you to give the ideas, right? So a lot of argument is going on and keeps going on. Will AI replace a content writer? No, it won't, in my opinion, because as I said, still creativity is required. It's still like how you want to present your perspective, personality. You need to add those things, and that no one else will understand more than a human, the person, right? There are still tools, to give the language you write to Sonic, right? Sonic itself has that thing, but I feel that creativity for that human intervention is required. And the way we are also going to use this is not like just copy pasting from Write Sonic and putting it on social media. We are going to use it to, fasten the process, right? As a tool, not replacement of human. So how do we do that? You come here and I'm saying that let's create some post on social media growth hacking only. Social media growth hacking, that is the name of the document. And instruction is 5-step. See, like this is the ideas. Now, how you will decide these inputs, that we discussed in the first step, right? Data-driven content ideation, you got that input, like that output, which you got of ideas, 500 ideas, is the input for this place, right? This is the input. I got that 5-step of social media growth hacking is a viral idea people want to know. So I'll give this, I'll decide a tone. I want to keep it professional, funny, encouraging. I'll choose say engaging. Okay, I'll say engaging, and then I'll ask the tool to do the magic. I'll wait for some time and like save my time. This right now, what the tool is doing is it is doing the research, it is looking at thousands and thousands of data of pages from Google across the internet in few minutes, right? So it is saving time to do that. Now,
wow.
let's see.
Wow.
Right? So if you think from that perspective, in just 2 minutes, what the tool has done is looked at all over the internet and present something to me, as opposed to me clicking on each page of Google and seeing what they have written, reading and picking some points and things like that. So this tool has skipped that process, made it fasten for you, right? So now let's see what it has written. And what usually people do is they get some output like this. I got 3 outputs, which says like 5-step processes: identify your target audience, create engaging content, utilize automation tools, focus on increasing visibility, analyze performance. Like actually this tool has revealed everything that I was supposed to speak, which I'm going to speak in this session. But honestly, like I've not taken it from here. Like that's coming from my personal experience from experimentation. But you understand how powerful it is. It has like explained everything which is actually true, right? And now what people usually do is they see this and they just copy paste and go on and use it. You don't have to do it. Use tools smartly. How do you do that? Read all of these outputs and combine the best things, right? Take one point from this, right? I really love the first point, that develop your brand story. I would like to have that in my content piece. Take one point from there. I really like that the third and the fifth point, that create, utilize automation tools and analyze performance. I'll take these 2 points from here. Then in next point, it says like, I really like the third point, embrace influencer. I'll take that point from here, right? I'll combine the best of all the outputs, and that will be my research done, right? This tool has already, collated the best of the outputs. I'm taking even like the best of the best outputs from this tool, right? How cool is that? How powerful is that? Isn't it?
It is, Uttam. And one more thing I would like to add here is, we have just seen one kind of post that this tool, this feature can create. You can create one-liners, you can create those conversations you post on LinkedIn. You can create long form posts, not just pointers. You can create different kind of things. So the instruction box is for you. It's like, make your own post kind of thing, right? Just give it what you want. You want a one liner on motivation, one liner or growth hacking, you'll have that. So you can use it in multiple different, so many ways.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you, I told you how to use this tool smartly by collating the best of the best output. Now, one thing is that I said, then you have to spend a little more time to optimize it, right? You didn't have to research, but optimize it. For example, on LinkedIn, the ideal format is like have a hook, body, and the CTA, right? So this tool has given me a great hook and a body, but this does not have a CTA, right? So whatever little optimizations are needed, you can do that in the next step. If you want to add any specific example from your brand, for example, in this thing, I would like to add my personal examples that I've done at Grow School and on my personal content creation journey. So those things I can add, that is like editing and optimization. So yeah, this was for LinkedIn. Similarly, you can do for, Instagram caption, Twitter tweets, and like you can see like there is TikTok video scripts. So you can use that for Instagram reels, right? So that's the same thing. For example, let me quickly show you as well, so that you are not lost later on and quickly get started. Say I want to know the story. I want to know the story of Dropbox, right? That is 5 growth strategies used by Dropbox, right? I want to create a reel on that, right? Let's see what it gives. Right? It has given me pointers. Now I can combine and expand on them, add some, more examples, and you're done. Right? So this is how you need to leverage tools. I see a couple of questions, guys. I'll take those questions later on.
Gotcha. Yep. There are many questions on social media,
guys?
On the tools, etc.
Was the school, guys? I'm looking for your feedback so that just to check, are we on the same page?
So guys, tell us so far, how have you been liking this session? Is this useful for you? Have you learned anything new? Tell us in the chat section down below. We want to see.
All right, people are writing paragraphs. That means
damn.
That's
Gabriel, right? That's nice. Yeah.
To just summarize, go to Write Sonic, go to LinkedIn post, TikTok post, Twitter post, use the idea shortlisted earlier and get the first level of version, right? Combine the best outputs and then spend time, like just 15 minutes, 20 minutes, edit and optimize for the platform, right? On Instagram, you will need to optimize it differently. On LinkedIn, differently. So in this step, as I have already told, add your perspective and examples and boom, you are done. So one content piece, which would have taken you 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours to create, now just took you what, 15 minutes? Because you already had the ideas that you had scraped, you got the initial version by Write Sonic, and then you edited in 15 minutes, added example, and you are done, right? So that way you are using tools to increase human efficiency, not replace humans, right? So that's how you have to do. Now to summarize, the content ideation and creation process, right? Both the things we did. I'll just quickly summarize. First step is define your content pillars. You can take a screenshot of this page so that you can, summarize and take away the learnings. Define your content pillars and categories. Find the best pages of each of these pillars, not necessarily competitor brands, right? You can have individual pages. For example, like at Grow School, we create content related to marketing, design, product, business, right? So I don't need to necessarily look for other edtech brands. I can look for individual creators who are creating for these things, right? For marketing, for design, and things like that, and get the best of the idea. Then learn from the best accounts. As I said, idea generation, data-driven idea generation, scale content creation using AI, get the first level of edit, optimize, and then do the posting optimization, right? Posting optimization means have the right hashtags on Instagram, use the music property, use the location property, use the interest property, caption should have a CTA, post should have a CTA, comment can have a, CTA, you can have CTA to story reshares. This is all posting optimization. So this is all you can do while posting to have, the maximum probability of getting reach and ROI. All right. Now, how to increase the ROI of social media efforts, right? I was saying be ROI focused, be focus on business impact, all of that. We have generated ideas, we have got the content pieces, and we have started to put it out there. What's next? How do we increase the ROI, right? That's the next question we are going to cover. So for long-term impact, you don't have to see social media as a standalone thing. You have to combine it with performance marketing. And when you do that, it becomes powerful, right? What performance marketing? You need to combine with paid marketing, right? How do we do that? Why does it helpful? Right? I'll just quickly explain, right? So social media, the content you put, the brand campaigns you do, if you combine with performance marketing, that's powerful. That's how we do at Grow School, right? So why to do that? So when you do that, three things happen, right? Now, this, if you remember, take the screenshot, you can communicate it to your founder, to your team, that we are not just putting out content. Next time you prepare a report and show, don't just say that you have put like 10 pieces of content in that month. Show them this is the result it has brought, and like this is how it is impacting the overall business, right? That is important. So what it does, number one thing, when people see content, they discover you with the content, and then you run ads, you retarget the page visitors and your follower. They trust you more because you educated them. They saw, got free value through your content. They trust you more. And when they see ads, they have more chances to buy in less touch points. For example, if you come in front of a cold audience, it might take them 5 times to buy from you, like 5 times they see the ad and then they will buy, as opposed to in comparison, if they had already seen your content and learned from you, got educated, got free value, they might get converted in 2 pushes, 2 nudges, 2 times they see the ad, right? So that more trust, it creates more trust, so it is easier to convert and sell to that audience. That is the number one thing. Second thing it does is that when you retarget the people who have consumed content and you have set up, tracking and pixel for that, you're continuously feeding the Facebook pixel to get more data, which opens up new audience for your performance marketing team, right? So a lot of time performance marketers struggle with this challenge that audience has got saturated. How do you expand, right? They're constantly looking for ways of audience expansion. That is what they do, increasing like more interest, adding more interest, and targeting external links, all of those things. So this is one way to increase the audience as well, right? For example, your content piece, one of the content piece went viral with like 10 million views and you got like 20,000 visitors on your profile. That is new, different kind of audience that has got to your page. And now that has got feeded. So now your pixel has got more strong, your ads performance will increase, your CAC will get low. So all of those things, cascading effect happen, right? So I hope you are able to understand the impact when you are thinking that way. When you are not just thinking about putting content and you are thinking from a growth mindset, when you are thinking from an ROI focused approach and combining performance marketing. Last thing it also does is it increases brand recall, right? I saw Sonics or someone sees my content for the first time, and if I run ads and sell something and they see my ad again, they'll remember Uttam Gupta, and then they see again, they'll definitely, because first time they had got value and then they saw my products, they'll remember. So higher brand recall. So because they will be seeing you multiple times. So these three things happen, right? So overall, this will help you and control your cost per acquisitions, right, through your content and brand efforts. So this is the impact. And as I said, that's the problem most businesses struggle with: constant increase in CPAs. Because, for example, your performance team was able to build an audience of 1 million people and they run at for 6 months. Just give you an example. And they run for 6 months, the audience gets saturated, they find, and then the cost per acquisition keeps on increasing because who had to buy has already bought. But with all these efforts and combining, retargeting, opening up new audiences, it helps you to control and keep a check on that. Was this something different, guys? Was this something different? Was this something different you learned?
Yes, absolutely. And people are
Tell
like,
yes in the chat. Tell yes
I,
in the chat.
I can easily see how very helpful this can be for social media and branding, and especially for e-commerce or B2C businesses.
Yeah.
And one question that has been constantly coming, and
Mhm.
many people are asking, and even in the Q&A, even in the chat, is how do we exactly use it for B2B? Or can we use this approach even for B2B?
Yeah, definitely you can use this approach, but it might not be that scalable because it's not consumer focused, but definitely you can do that. For example, you are B2B focused brand and you are creating content on social media and Instagram, right? And everyone is working at some company and they find your brand and you start retargeting those people. Like, you can have those filters in your performance marketing that you only target people who are 26 above, right, who are having certain titles. So through your performance marketing efforts, you will be able to target decision makers, that you will only focus on. If your product is serving to marketing managers, you only focus on retarget to marketing managers, right? So you're coming in front of people and still using the same approach. And then you can have all sorts of personalization. Hey, are you a marketing manager fed up with your team, right? Use our tool to manage it better and things like that. You can use all sorts of.
Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Important question is how to do it. Like, Uttam, like all of you said, sounds fancy and interesting, right? Just tell me like some practical ways so that I can go back and boost in front of my team. This is what you should do. This is how we should do, right? So let me tell you 3 things. You won't have to sit and do it. You will have to sit with performance marketing team and they can help you do it. And what you need to do is ask them to set up tracking, Facebook Pixel, Google Analytics, all of these measurement things for your social media efforts. The link that is in your bio should be trackable. The links that you are using on story should be trackable, right? If you are promoting anything, it should be trackable. It should have Facebook Pixel so that it is getting feeded, right? So use UTM trackable links. If you are not aware of those things, that's fine. Just take performance marketing help. They understand all of those things, and then they will set up retargeting ads, right? And that is where you can get creative. That is where you can suggest the team to get creative and go crazy here. As I was giving you some example that go personalized ad. There are tools to personalize ads as well, where it will show my name. If Right Sonic is retargeting me, I visited page, it can show, hey Uttam, you saw the content of Right Sonic, would you like to try it, right? You can do all of those interesting and crazy things. So yeah, and that will actually make you stand out as a social media marketer, right? And move fast in your career. Because as I said, most of the social media marketers just focus on content. They don't focus on growth, experimentation, and all of those things. But if you're sitting on the table and you can talk about these things and talk about how it will add to the business, people will listen to you. Usually people say the social media team will just talk about putting content and do a topical and post something on Diwali and Christmas, but you will talk about these things, right, which will bring business. So people will listen to you, right, and help you stand out in a team, in the table of conversation, right? Now, do you want to know interesting, my favorite tool to retarget visitors using external links? You want to know this tool?
100% me. Bonus. All bonus tools are exciting.
If I get 50 yeses, then I'll reveal. or else I'll skip. See, in the beginning only I said I love to engage with people over chat. So I'll do anything and everything to, make people do that. Yes, I'm loving the energy and loving the excitement. Magdalena has typed like 5 times yes. Yes, of
Thank
course.
you a
Love the
lot,
energy,
yes.
guys. You have been such a sweet audience, right? So the name of the tool is switchy.io, right? It not only helps you to shorten your links, it also helps you to add pixels. It also helps you to retarget people based on geography. For example, Right Sonic or there is any other tool. For example, I have an ebook, right? I'm actually working on writing an ebook related to LinkedIn growth. So I get that product, I launch it, right? And I would like to have a differential pricing for audience in Dubai. I want to show a different pricing, say $25. For audience in US, I want to show $28. All of that is possible through this link as well. For example, you want to have a link in bio on your social media, but you want to take them to different pages through the same link. This tool can do that, right? So you can have that setting that anyone who's coming from Dubai will go to this page. Anyone who's coming from, India will go to this page. All of that super powerful tool, right? Can help as a link shortener, tracking, A/B testing, geographical retargeting. Powerful, right? All right. I hope you like the tool.
100%.
Let's move ahead. I'll not go deeper into showing the tool. You can explore. Do you want to know some personal growth hacks and campaigns that I've done? I want to share because you can learn from them, what I did, how I did. Right, show us. Right,
Absolutely.
Show us. And I'll show.
You guys are an enthusiastic audience, even on a weekend. That's what makes me excited about this. Wow.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep the same energy, right? In the beginning, I had certain energy, and usually it happens in the sessions that as the time passes, like it slows down. But I have been able to keep this energy because the audience has been such a sweet audience that they are engaging, and whenever I'm asking, they are replying, giving feedback, asking questions. That it has been such a pleasure to speak to you guys, right? So now, as you have said yes and show me, let me talk about, right? So one experiment and campaign I did, which was conversion-based launch campaign on social media, right? So what I did and how I did. So there was this one product we had called Marketing Marathon at Grow School, 100-day marketing marathon, where we build like more than 100 workshops. It was for marketers, and every day there will be multiple sessions happening for an hour, and you can learn, right? So I launched that campaign. Performance team launched it on ads, and I launched it on social media with my team. And this campaign helped me grow the revenue from social media from X to 5X in a month, right? And it was insane. I loved it. I had got adrenaline rush for those 3-4 days when the campaign was running. It was crazy, right? So let me show that what I did, how I did. So launched a 100-day marketing campaign, had a teaser video, and then did a mail launch video to talk about the product, then had put a carousel to build the hype and all of those things. So I launched everything had a purpose. Launched easier to arouse curiosity so that people are waiting, then launched main video to explain the offer, then had also planned story engagement. So I utilized every property of the platform, like story, carousel, reel, static post, all the properties for multiple touch points to customers so that I can come in front of people in different ways, right? So had a story engagement plan, utilized all content formats like carousels and everything for multiple touch points, right? So what was different, right? I'll not go very deep into it. How did I execute? What all did I do, right? But I'll tell you, as I said, it helped me increase the revenue from X to 5X. So what was different as opposed to initially when I was speaking, people said, yeah, we'll put a video about that we are launching a marketing marathon. Yeah, sure, what it will lead to, right? People will just get to know about that. All right, Grow School is doing something. Can we do in a way that it adds business to the, adds revenue to the business, right? And we did in that way. So what was different? My approach was different, right? My mindset was ROI focused and conversion focused, that I want to drive sales. I want to drive, if you are a SaaS, I want to drive installs and, signups and bring people, right? So I didn't just put a video for the sake of it. My mindset was different. It was ROI focused. So as a social media marketer, you need to develop that, right? Come out of that mindset, as I am referring it back again and again, that you just have to put content. I'm reiterating because it's important, right? I tracked every action, right? I focused on the platform, how it works and how people behave, right? Very important, right? You cannot apply the same psychology, what works on LinkedIn, on Instagram, because people are different and how that platform works is different. On Instagram, if you ask people to reply on a story, the story views shoot up by 3x. This is the growth hack. This was the experiment and result I got from the experimentation. This was the insight, that if you ask people to reply on a story, the story views go up by 3x to 5x, right? So you need to understand how platform works so that you can leverage, right? You need to understand what platform values, right? On LinkedIn, you would want people to reshare, right? You would want people to spend time on your post. So it is important to understand how the platform works and how people behave, right? For example, on Instagram, both of these things, how they are relevant. I'll give you an example. I asked people to reply on a stories to boost their story views, because I know that's how the platform works. And what if I had asked people to just reply anything, reply to this story? How many replies I would have got? Probably like 10, 20, because if you think about psychology of people, you need to nudge. There's a concept called nudge in marketing. That is why CTA as a concept exists, right? Call to action. Unless and until you tell and direct people to do certain thing, they won't do it, right? So me asking people to just reply, it is creating friction in their mind what they should reply, as opposed to I said reply offer to this story. Clear, simple reply offer. Increased the number of replies I got. So here what I did, I understood how the platform works and how people behave. Then
I still remember that campaign because even I replied, okay, for the teaser video, right? I saw that. I was like, okay, what is this? This is exciting. So
that's why you were continuously smiling throughout.
I was like, I know, I was part of this. I just replied, well, will you launch the teaser video? Interesting.
That's nice. That's cool. Good to hear that. And then fifth, as I said, I was very granular on data. I know which content piece, which format brought how much results, conversation, and sales, right? So this was different, my approach, right? How I did. Then the second personal growth hack, which I would want to share, is I gamified the process to increase my goal metrics, right? What exactly did I do? Just want to check, are we on the same page? Like, I guess that was a little intense. I got ninja into few things. Are we on the same page? Same. Reply same. I hope I'm not too quick, too slow, and being able to communicate.
Yep. People are on the same page. That's awesome.
Perfect. So the next thing is I gamified the process to increase the goal metrics I wanted to chase, right? And what I did, goal was to increase content reach, right? So what will lead to more content reach? More shares. I wanted to focus on more shares so that I can reach to more people. If people will share on their story, I will be able to reach more people, right? So how do I get more shares? This is the problem statement, right? More shares. How do I get, right? So I did this experiment and this growth hack. It worked really well. I created simple ebooks and resources and did weekly, bi-weekly contest, right? A small contest, right? So I used to put a story, like the real content, then put on a story that, do you want to, it was related to that. If the content piece was related to UI design, I put on a story, hey folks, there's a contest that there's a mini guide that we have built on UI design. Would you want that? If yes, then reply to this story, right? Again, like I wanted to get more views on that story. Then the next story was how to win. Reshare this story on your, reshare this reel on your stories, and we'll pick 3 random winners who will get this for free, right? So I gamified this process that you just, that was my goal metric. And if you do this, I've created something valuable that you can get, right? So gamifying the process is important. It's cool. Like it makes engaging. And in all of these two examples and case studies, I just wanted to show and prove you that you need to just change your mindset, how you are looking at things, how you are doing, and you'll become different kind of social media marketer, and the results you'll get, right? We are kind of at the end of the session, and before I end, like few things are left. I want to show, like we spoke a lot of things, right? To summarize, what you should take away is a step-by-step growth hacking checklist and a process that you should definitely keep in mind while you are working, right? And that is, firstly, define the metrics and optimize for what works on platform. These points are kind of, I'm reiterating, which I've already presented through different examples at different stages of the session, right? Define the metrics and optimize for that. Second, set up tracking and measure. See, what you can measure, you can improve. If you don't measure, you won't be able to improve. You don't know where you are heading. You don't know what is giving you what result. So set up tracking and measurement of everything so that you can improve. Then you'll get a lot of data when you will set up tracking, right? Study the data. Go into data, what is working, what is not, and do a lot of experiments, right? What if we do this? Will it lead to this? Build hypothesis, right? If I do this, will it lead to this? For that, you will need to experiment. Experiment will give you insights, and that way you can continuously iterate the process. Now, can you relate how it is different from the old approach? Old approach was, you know one thing, you continuously keep doing the same thing, keep doing the same thing. But here we are studying the data, seeing what is working, experimenting, using it to iterate the process, continuously innovate and bring in new creative ideas. Do that, right? And while you are doing all of this, build systems and playbooks for everything, right? Document everything, right? How do you generate ideas? Document that process. How do you create content? Document that process. How do you want to edit the content? Document that process. How do you want to optimize the posting? Document that process. Why that is important? It is important because as a social media marketer, I want you to focus more on experimentation and growth as opposed to just content creation, right? And how you will be able to do that? You will be able to do that when you automate this process, right? You delegate this process. So when you will document and playbook everything, then you can have another hand who can do all of these redundant tasks which you have already figured out, and then you can focus more on growth and experiments, how to improve things, right? So that is why it is important. That is how I have worked, and I recommend people, right? And then last step is, if you're a brand, right, then focus, have a balance on educational and entertaining content, right? Entertaining content does not only means dancing in front of the camera. It means light content, relatable content, which makes people reshare, which is share worthy, right? You need to have a balance of both, because educational content builds trust, entertaining content builds connection with the audience, right? Do this and then stay consistent. Do all of this, then stay consistent, and don't skip the other process, and just staying consistent with what you are doing, right? Was this something different, guys? Type different if you heard something different, if you got some different value out of what I was trying to explain.
This is completely ROI driven, as you said, because usually the social media manager is not focused on building systems or playbooks or measuring, absolutely doing a lot of experiments and all that stuff. So
yeah,
totally
this is
get
a
it.
very growth centric approach. So I'm a growth marketer, so applied growth marketing and growth hacking to social media marketing. And similarly, I'm trying to build and crack influencer marketing right now, right, for the company, and I'm applying the same mindset, same approach for that as well, right? So I'm talking about the fundamentals, right? The basics which you can change in your mindset, in your approach, and apply in whatever project you are doing. First principles I wanted to speak so that you can, use that. Now, again, I'm back with another gift, right? Do you want to know 2 bonus tools for LinkedIn and Twitter? Right? For content creation on LinkedIn and Twitter, people are not aware about a lot of things. You want to know? If you want to know, you know the drill, right? I'm not going to reveal like that. people have understood me. Like they have already started saying, yes, yes, hell yeah, every word they have learned.
X, yes, into X thousand. Oh my goodness. That number is huge.
Gabriel says it's pretty much exactly what I needed, what I was missing from my experience. So nice to hear that. Glad I could help you what you needed to hear. Right? You guys are so sweet. This time I was not even emphasizing on getting yeses, and you are still, I think that's so sweet. Cute, right? Let me reveal that. Let me reveal. So the first tool, the name of the tool is shieldapp.ai. This is a powerful tool for LinkedIn creators for content creation on LinkedIn. It gives you data to the next level, right? Next level data of your content creation on LinkedIn, what is working, when it is working, and then you can, as I was referring to the process, right? Study the data, take decision based on that. You can do all of that using this tool. The next tool is for Twitter, and the tool name is tweethunter.io. It helps you do a lot of interesting things, take inspiration, and automate a lot of few interesting things on Twitter. So very interesting tool. If you need some discount and trial, you can ping me on Instagram, right? LinkedIn is a madhouse. You can ping me on Instagram. Founders are friend, so I can try to help you in whatever way possible in giving you some extra discount or something, whatever will be possible for you, right? If you are doing anything on Twitter, you can reach out to me. Then final feedback. Did you like the session? See, everyone likes validation. I would also like to get more than validation. I want to get feedback, because as I said, I made a huge bold statement in the beginning that I will make sure that next 60 minutes will be worth your time, right?
Absolutely.
So just want to Scott said nope, hated it. Just kidding. Yes.
I was like, okay, where's that comment? Why am I not able to read it? Like, yeah, check it. Just kidding. Yes.
Awesome, folks.
Scott,
Keep it coming. Would love to
pleasant.
know more feedback. If there's anything that can be improved or expanded, would love to know that, so that I can improve and add to the content. Shield app is a tool that is useful for LinkedIn. Good. Thank you for that feedback. One last request. If you really like the session, as I can see from the chat, make an IG story. I'll feel appreciated. Share your experience, add some line, and tag me on Instagram. I would love to know the number of IG shares I'll get, stories I'll get, mentions I'll get. More happy I'll feel, because I'll feel I genuinely gave value, because people will do something for you only if you give them value, right? And that was my intent. So if you like, then take a picture of this session and put it on a story, and would love to see that. This is my username, UTTAMM_GUPTA. So that was all from my side. That's a wrap. Any questions?
Yes, we do have a ton of questions that are coming. We want to answer all of your questions, guys. So please ask your questions in the Q&A. I've already seen some questions in the Q&A. We're going to take that up one by one, and we're going to answer that. Awesome. So have you guys taken a screenshot and posted it on Instagram? You can tag Uttam Gupta. His username is right on your screen. And once you do that, we're going to take up all your questions. Okay, we got the notification screenshot sound from somewhere. That's awesome. And for those of you guys who aren't on Instagram, here's a bonus surprise for you in the end. Meanwhile, while we answer your question, all you have to do is go, ignore my messy screen, of course, go on Twitter, use hashtag WriteSonic, and share one learning that you had from today's webinar. It can be WriteSonic. I learned about, let's say, social media growth hacking, etc. So share one learning in using the hashtag WriteSonic on Twitter, and one lucky person is going to win something on my end, and one lucky person is going to win something on Uttam's end as well, because you guys took the time to tag him on Instagram. So if you haven't tagged Uttam on Instagram or haven't tweeted the one learning which you learned on Twitter, do it ASAP, because we'll be answering the questions and we'll be announcing the winner right in this session. So let's go ahead, take the questions for now, and guys,
That
get
would be
tweeting
super
and get
cool.
sharing your stories.
That would be super cool. I would also like to know what was the one biggest takeaway from the session, right? So just tweet it out and tag me as well, same username. I would like to see what was the biggest takeaway or the best thing that you learned, right? What was the aha moment of the session?
Absolutely, absolutely. So coming up to the very first question, which is, are you planning to create another meeting like this after some time? Oh, Magdalena, thank you so much. We aim to do such webinars, and your feedback like this makes us do more webinars. Yes, more webinars are coming up, and we're going to be bringing amazing guests like Uttam on the show. So are tools like Metricool and Later as useful for scraping as Phantom Buster? Stephen asked this.
I've not used Matricool. I've used Phantom. I really like that. There is another tool, TexAU, TEXAU, that I have used. So I'll speak about the tools which I've used, which are safe. So try it out.
Perfect. So this was another question, basically, any alternative to Phantom Buster, and you already told TexAU. Awesome. Great. And which metrics do we track on Instagram? That's a good question, Srija.
So I focus on shares and saves, right? Shares because it helps me reach other people's network. So in growth hacking, this term called OPN, leveraging other people's network, coming in front of other people, right? So for example, Minank has 2,000 followers on Instagram and he shares and 500 people watch the story. So I'm getting in front of 500 people. So that is why share is important for me. So of all the content pieces, I would like to calculate the number of shares I got in the whole month. Say 5,000. I would like to increase that to 6,000 next month. How can we and I increase that? So I will combine educational and entertaining, which is shareable content, to increase that and do multiple things. That's why I did that, mini contest weekly, bi-weekly, because I wanted to share. And saves help me know that if that was really valuable, right? Number of people saving it makes tells me that it was super valuable, that they wanted to refer it back, right? There was something that they learned which they would want to refer it back. So on Instagram you should do that.
Shares and saves. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much. So the next question is
Also, let me quickly give you a rationale why like and comment might not be the best metrics, because when you post carousel and reel, they are already, people at one time can maximum take 1 or 2 action. So when they are seeing the reel, they are already clicking and watching the video, and they escape and then they watch to go to another video. So they will either save and share. Mostly they don't double tap or comment. That's not the behavior of people. They scroll it. So that's why even though your content might reach 10,000 people, you might just get like 100 likes. People are watching but not liking, right? And on carousel, they are already taking action of swiping, right? 4 times. So they forget to double tap or comment, but they'll click on save if they had gone through the whole content and save. So that is the rationale.
Got it. Got it. That explains it. And the difference in tactics when promoting an influencer versus when a client, from today's session. Manish, can you please expand on what your is the question?
Yeah.
Because that would really help us. And moving on to the next question. Can we use Phantom Buster to scrape posts from different hashtags as well instead of one channel? I want to scrape the best videos for certain hashtags.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, we can do that. And how do we do this content calendar thing is being asked by Srija.
Content calendar. Content calendar is pretty simple. You can go and watch how to make the content calendar. Starting with, have a simple sheet of content management, right? Let me show you.
Can you also type your IG handle? I think Joyphine has missed it in the everyone tab.
Yeah, folks, anyone who has any questions later on or would like to comment, connect with me on Instagram. LinkedIn, I already get a lot of messages, so I miss it. I'm able to engage more with people on Instagram because I've recently started creating video content like a month back. So I'm pretty active and engaging people with people there. So I'm not able to find the link right now, but have a simple sheet. Start with simple sheet. Don't have a complex process in the end, because if you have a complex process, you get, again, you start procrastinating and you start feeling overwhelmed just to manage the process itself. Have a simple process of sheet where you have IG, LinkedIn, and Twitter and YouTube, whatever you are creating, date wise, and another idea bank where you are dumping all the ideas that you want to create and what you will be posting for next 7 days, 2 weeks, 30 days. Just keep it prepared. That's a content calendar.
Absolutely, guys. I agree with Uttam here, because when you're starting out, what happens is you get overwhelmed super easily. And that's why you need to keep it simple. It's just a Google sheet with your posts, tracking the metrics and tracking the upcoming content is more than enough. And as you slowly grow month on month, you can just improve and look at much more complex calendars. But for starting, Google Sheets is more than enough.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, as Uttam had already told it, Manish, AI is not replacing humans anytime soon. Humans will be required to use AI for their benefit. So any human who's using AI for their benefit is going to excel more and go far ahead, because we just saw how easy it is to create content, and we just saw how much time does it save. Before using AI, I was just randomly typing all the 5 social media growth hacks to my designer, and then designer is just randomly taking it and doing it. Right now, I just typed it in AI and it just gave me 7 to 8 answers, variations of different things. And if that's not the power of AI, if that's not saving me a lot of time, then yeah, what else is, right? So make use of these tools to grow.
Yes, Manank, and I would like to add something here. So AI is not, here to replace anyone. No artist, not even painters. If we talk about art and stuff like that, it's majorly, it's more for supporting you, right? For creating your first draft, you take it there, you edit and you give your personal touches and make it even more refined, right? So this debate has been going on, and we as a at Writesonic also, we as an AI writing company, we have been seeing that since a very long time. And again, to clarify, it's there to support you, to assist you to create your first drafts, but not to replace you. Of course, if someone is not a good writer, then of course we are having we have a trouble right there. But again, it is just for your first drafts. You are going to make your own edits and refine it and make it better. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, folks, I was thinking to share my content management process and system and show to you. Would you want to see that?
Wow, Uttam just keeps on adding more value and value, and he just doesn't stop. Oh my goodness. People are like, show us. Now that you've teased us, it's like, okay, we need to know.
But the thing is, I was checking my Instagram and I saw only one person had put a story. I thought that made me think probably it was not enough valuable. Now there are 3 out of like 140 people, 3 people. I thought it was not enough valuable. People are not putting stories. Let me do something more. So if I get few more stories, I'll probably share, because it took me a lot of time to build it. Barter, this is barter, and this is cool. I'm not so bad. I'm anyways going to share. I was just kidding. You can do if you want to. I was about to share. Cool. So this is the content management sheet that I built, that I use. This is a renewed sheet, so it is not filled for. This is for 2023. I'm using. So this has multiple things. This has a sheet like team, who will do what, proper delegation, and profile cleaning, video bank, and data. All of that it is combining. right? So this is the team. Like I do, there is an editor, there's an intern who manages my posting, all of that. Then there is profile cleaning. It is important to optimize your profile. Then there is unique content pieces, what I'll create every week. Like this is a cadence that I have to do this, right? So this is a sheet for that. Then there is distribution planned, what will go at what time. This has been taken and inspired by Ankur Warikoo, so credit to him. Then there is video bank, what has been posted and what is with the editor. Simple things, not complicating, right? And then there is content idea bank. Anyone, I get it, anyone in my team gets the idea, they put it here. So as I said, this is a new sheet, that's why it is not here. Things will be added. Then there is collaboration sheet, anyone I would like to partner. So in the content creation journey, collaboration and partnership also is important things, and people miss it because you don't have a proper system to do everything, right? So if you have this in place, you will continue to do that. You can delegate it, someone is reaching out to people and tracking that. Then there is this sheet, which is Instagram data and distribution. Like a person will every day put what topic will be going and the link of the post, if it got posted or not, they can check. And then they can measure what type of content it was it was a reel, how many likes, shares, saves, reach, and follower growth it got. At the month of the end of the month, you can just calculate the number of shares you got, right? Same for LinkedIn and same for Twitter, and that way, right? So this is the system I follow.
Awesome. And let's guys, we are running over time, and that's why we're going to take one last question, and after that we'll be we'll be announcing the winners from the giveaway. So first, let's announce from Uttam's profile, who's that one person who just shared that story. I want to know who is that.
There are 3 people I can see, but I'll pick the one who I saw the most, and
Yes.
with a lot of suggestions, lot of questions and engagement, and it's Gabriel.
Gabriel, congratulations. You just won a merchandise. We'll be sending you a new t-shirt. So Gabriel, just type in your email ID so that we can reach out to you and help you get your gift. So that's what it is. Perfect. Awesome. So let's take one last question, which is
Would you like to pick someone from Twitter as well?
Yes. We'll be picking the one winner from Twitter after this question. We are already seeing people tweeting it on Twitter. So how to overtake the competition, because they might also be using AI. Interesting. That's a good question.
Yeah, so you can overtake by the approach. One is that no one else does this kind of idea generation, right? The way you will do, you will stand out with this approach. That is one thing. Second is the fourth part, what I was saying, where you need to spend time, which is editing, adding your creativity, optimizing. That is the place where you will stand out. Because as I said, that is where you will add perspective. That is where you will think creatively, how I can present the same idea in a better, different, easy, digestible way, right? So whosoever will be able to spend more time on the fourth step will win. That's why I wanted you to spend more time there and not just researching and writing.
Awesome. So that concludes this session. And finally, we're going to pick one winner from our Twitter. And I just picked any random winner from our Twitter because the tweets have been coming in and you guys are using WriteSonic hashtag. So I'm going to pick Sai Netrakara. If you're in the webinar, say hi and leave your email ID so that we can get in touch with you and pick the gift. Woohoo! Congratulations, Sai Netra, for winning this. And with this, we are concluding and we have come to the end of this webinar. Perfect.
Awesome. That was lovely. Love the engagement, love the audience, love the moderation by 2 of you lovely, amazing people. It was
so
absolute pleasure to do this on a Saturday evening. And my friends were saying like, why on a Saturday evening? You could have gone somewhere. I said, no, I really wanted to do it. And you guys made it worth it for me. So write it to me on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are. Would love to connect with you because you were such a lovely audience, right? So thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. Looking forward to see you, meet you on the internet. Take care. Have a good
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Uttam, for taking out your time on a Saturday and the weekend and delivering us such amazing value and not stopping and still trying for more value with the content system and all that. This is just amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Uttam. Thank you so much, Shrutika, for moderating. And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, everyone, for dropping in those emojis and coming to us on a Saturday evening. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.